Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mads and today I bring you the Emerald Queen Leafeon. This is going to be your guide to how Leafeon works in Pokemon Unite, where I'll be explaining its hidden mechanics and how they work inside of a match. So without any further ado, let's hop into this guide. First, let's see what the stats tell us about Leafeon. It has an incredible attack stat, its moves do great burst damage, and it has incredibly high mobility as well. Now let's take a look at the ability of Eevee/Leafeon. As an Eevee, your ability is Runaway, which gives you 10% increased speed 5 seconds after you left the combat. At level 4, you evolve into Leafeon and your ability changes into Chlorophyll, which allows you to fill up your Chlorophyll gauge whenever you're outside of the tall grass, and it takes 9 seconds to fill up on its own. When your Chlorophyll gauge is full, you get a 20% move speed increase. Now let's see the attacks. As an Eevee, you do close range melee basic attacks and every third attack is a boosted basic attack. As a Leafeon though, your third basic attack is not a boosted basic attack. In fact, you get a Chlorophyll boosted attack whenever your gauge is full, and it leaps towards the target to do additional damage. Plus, it slows that target down by 30% for 2 seconds. So a very important feature to keep in mind about Leafeon. Now let's take a look at the moves. Your initial moves are Swift and Quick Attack. Swift shoots 3 stars in a designated direction that does damage, but the first star that hits the target causes a debuff which reduces the damage of the other 2 stars by 70%. It is a weird move. Let me show you how it works. Here in this clip I'm going to shoot 3 stars onto these 3 targets. Now the first star that is going to hit our first target here is going to add a debuff on ourselves that is going to reduce the damage of the other 2 stars by 70%. As you can see, the first star did 534 damage and the other stars did 334 damage. So something to keep in mind when you're hitting multiple targets. The second move is Quick Attack, which is a simple dash that does damage. Move number 1 choices are Razer Leaf, which has a 6-second cooldown, and Solar Blade, which has an 8-second cooldown. Razor Leaf launches 5 leaves in a designated direction that goes through the target or targets, dealing damage, and shoves into the ground for 2.5 seconds. If you use this move again, those shoved leaves will return to you and deal damage to any target that comes in their way back. If you don't use this move yourself, the leaves will return back after 2.5 seconds and deal more damage. So if you use this move again, it'll do less damage compared to when you call them back yourself. If you use this move at a very close range, all 5 of the leaves are gonna hit the same target, whether the leaves are going in or going out, and this will grant you a shield for 1.5 seconds. And when your leaves are out, you get a 20% attack speed buff for 3 seconds. And the debuff Curse of Swift also passes along to Razor Leaf. Your first leaf that hits a target will reduce the damage dealt by the other 4 leaves by 70%. Let's see how this works. So I'm gonna hit this Swarm of Altaria. As you can see, the first leaf that hit this swarm did 592 damage. The others, however, did 406 damage. The 499 damage you see is a critical hit. So when the first leaf is going to hit the target, the other leaves are gonna do less damage. It doesn't really make much of a difference with Swift, but it does with Razor Leaf, because you might instantly call back your leaves in hopes of doing instant damage. But note that the debuff effect will last for 1 second, and all the other 4 leaves will do 70% less damage. So you always want to wait at least a second and a half after using Razor Leaf before using it again. And if you let your leaves come back on their own, it's gonna do even more damage than that. This move gets its upgrade at level 10, which increases the strength of the shield effect. The move that synergizes well with Razor Leaf is Aerialist. Aerialist has a 6-second cooldown and it's a dash attack with 2 dashes in reserve at a time, which means each dash takes 3 seconds to charge up. The cool thing about this combo is that you get a boosted attack after using Aerialist. This is not your Chlorophyll boosted attack. So if your Chlorophyll gauge is full, you do a Chlorophyll boosted attack, plus you can dash with your Aerialist twice, which gives you 2 additional boosted attacks. So you basically do a lot of burst damage with just one move. This move gets its upgrade at level 12, which reduces the cooldown for the reservation by 1 second, which means one charge will take 2 seconds and the overall cooldown reduction would be of 2 seconds for this move. Your other move combo is Solar Blade and Leaf Blade that synergizes well with another. Let's discuss Solar Blade first. It has an 8-second cooldown. So you basically charge this move up and it hammers down on your targets and does damage. The more it's charged, the more damage it does. If you use it once, it'll charge until it's full and then hit the target. But if you want to use it without being fully charged, you just have to use it again and it will land the blow. If your chlorophyll gauge is full, then you'll get an indicator that you can instantly cast this move without charging it. And after you instant Solar Blade thanks to your filled up gauge, you also get a 50% cooldown reduction for this move. With level 10 upgrade, you receive 30% less damage while charging with Solar Blade. The other move is Leaf Blade that has 8-second cooldown. You dash and spin in a direction of a ring 3 times. You do increased damage if your enemies are hit by the outer edge of the ring, and it also slows them down by 30% for 2 seconds. It also charges your chlorophyll gauge for 1 second per hit. So hitting with 3 spins means 3 seconds of gauge charge. And if you hit 2 opponents with all the 3 spins, you get 6 seconds of gauge charge. This helps you instantly strike down with your Solar Blade, so these two work really well together. The upgrade reduces this move's cooldown by 2.2 seconds per enemy hit by the outer edge. So if you hit 2 enemies, you get 4.4 second cooldown reduction, which is more than half. Lastly, we have the Unite move Emerald 2-step. As the name suggests, you jump twice while using this move. Your first leap slows down the enemy 50% for 2 seconds and also does damage. Your second leap does more area of effect damage than the first one, depending on the position of your enemies. If they're closer to the center of this area, they take more damage, and the further they are, the less that damage becomes. You also get 80% movement speed increase and 20% max HP shield while using your Unite move. So this was everything you needed to know about Leafeon. What builds you should be running with Leafeon? This is a topic for another video, so comment down if you want to see what the best Leafeon build is. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And please like this video to show your support. I'll be back with another video for you guys. Until then, take care.